12 o'clock, we have Auburn, who's 3-3. Travel number 9, Ole Miss, who's 6-0. Auburn is 1-3 in its last 4 games, and it's lost 2 in a row. Wait, have they? Have they? No, they have not. They have. They've lost 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Yep. Ole Miss favored by 15 points on ESPN. Robbie Ashford for Auburn has gone 59 to 123, thrown for 874 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Tank Bigsby has had 79 carries for 345 yards and 4 touchdowns, and Javarius Johnson has had 17 catches for 325 yards and a touchdown. Jackson Dart through the air for Ole Miss has gone 91 to 143 for 1,358 yards, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Quinton Judkins on the ground has had 96 carries for 581 yards and 8 touchdowns, and Jonathan Mingo has had 22 catches for 507 yards and 3 touchdowns. Auburn's 35-10 against Ole Miss all time. Last 6 games have gone to Auburn, ranging from 2016 to 2021. Last Ole Miss victory was in 2015. The last one they got at home was in 2012. So it's been a while since Ole Miss has beaten Auburn in front of their home crowd. I think what's going to be really fascinating about this football game, Auburn's coming off obviously 2 tough games. Really, I would say 4 rough games they've had in a row. Obviously, the game against Penn State was bad. It was a pretty bad showing from Auburn. The next game was a poor outing against Missouri, just a poor outing that you ended up winning. The game against LSU, I would also argue, was just a complete collapse from Auburn. Had a 17-0 lead at one point in that game, and then lost 21-17. That is just inexcusable if you're Auburn to do that in that situation. And then obviously the game against Georgia, I would say the defense has been playing well so far this year. I mean, outside of the Penn State game, they played pretty well against Missouri. I would say they played pretty well against LSU, only holding them to 21 points. Their offense just was not helping them. And then I would argue against Georgia, they played pretty well, all things considering. Playing Georgia. It's interesting. Ole Miss is a top 10 football team. Obviously, everyone that's still playoff contention would love to see an undefeated football team go down. And it would be interesting to see in the morning window, because the only other undefeated teams playing in the morning window are the Penn State, Michigan, and then Coastal Carolina, which no one's really going to watch. I think this game has the possibility of being close and interesting. I think Auburn's defense keeps it in the majority of the... Give me Ole Miss to win, but Auburn to cover the 15-point spread.